Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Cross Studios here, and I'm here to showcase my newest LEGO Ninjago MOC, and this is the Cloud City MOC, otherwise known as the Heavenly area that the ninjas go to in the Ghost season. And I realized I hadn't made any Ghost custom sets. I actually attempted to multiple times, and they just kind of failed, and I really didn't do a good job with them. But I think this one's not too bad, and I really wanted to show you guys this, and I've been wanting to make a MOC of this for a while. And this is basically the episode where the ninjas go up through the vortex into the this cloud dimension, and then they meet this one guy, and they show him around, or he shows them around and shows how like they kind of write everything and dictate everything that happens in Ninjago, and then he ends up being a villain. So there's a lot of cool stuff involving this set. Design-wise, there's not really a lot of playability with the set, but I think the looks of it are pretty cool. So we'll get straight into the first small model, which is the little rock structure on the left side. As you know with LEGO sets, most of the time they include a smaller model in the set, kind of like something like this, which is basically just a small floating island type of thing. And you can see I use these round pieces for the bottom to kind of make sure they don't move around. And this one just has a small ladder on the back, some brick details and stuff like that. Use the same rock piece that they used in the one set with the Sky Pirates. And you get Kai in the set. And basically I think you can kind of tell what this playability feature is, just one of those flinging features where you fire Kai. So I thought I'd make it realistic to how a LEGO designer would do it. They would probably put a feature like this in the set, where you kind of fling the ninja, or some sort of feature like that where you fire something. So I wanted to include one of those in the set, as well as an island, so you can have more playability. So let's move on to the next model. So our second model of the set is basically a flying boat, which is what the transportation is in this Cloud Kingdom. And I wanted to make this one not really as a play build, but more of like a accurate build. So the design, if you look at pictures of this, it has a white sail and it has kind of a white border on the top. It's kind of like a grayish blue color. I mean, I have those pieces, but not in like, I don't really have that color of this piece and stuff like that. So I just decided to use flat out dark gray. And I thought that looked pretty good. And you can see you have the paddle on the back, which is accurate to the TV show, as well as the kind of kind of wooden look on the inside there. You can place minifigures on there. You can take coal and put them on the inside if you want to. Just set them right there. The other side of the sail just kind of looks like this. It's not really anything special, but you can see that's the placeholder for the sail. And if you want to, you can put accessories in this little bin in the front. This is just for design to make these. These are only held in by one stud, but they're kind of put in like this, and you angle them to the front. Used a clip piece on the front as well. I thought that looked kind of cool for design purposes. And you can see how I built it sideways at the front of the boat to make it have that angular look to it, to keep it accurate to the show. And the back of it, like I said, has these kind of fin looking things on it. And then you can take this guy. He's actually a villain in the show. He acts as like a good guy in the beginning, but he thinks that Moro is just too far in his quest to get the sword, and he's pretty much going to destroy them, and he believes that he needs to secure his own destiny, as he puts it in the episode. So he turns on the ninjas and locks them with this weird creature to kill them, which is kind of a bad plan. But I thought this was a pretty cool model, and this would be a cool exclusive character to get with the set, since we haven't gotten him in the set, I'm pretty sure. So we'll move on to the main model of the set. Okay, so this is the main model of the set. This one definitely took the longest out of all the models to make. And it's not really the best model, in my opinion. It's more or less just there because it was in the show. In the show, this temple was really tall. It looked a lot different. In this one, I just made it like a smaller looking temple, because LEGO obviously wouldn't make a gigantic tower for this set, because it wouldn't really be worth it, since in the show you don't even see the villains going up the stairs to get the Sword of Sanctuary. And you guys are gonna really like the feature I put on the sword. But you can see there's a little bridge right here. I made it so it can go down, so in case you're just playing with figures on the floor, you can make them go up too. But in the show, it's just kind of like that. And it's kind of like stairs going up to it, so you can move that around. The bottom of it has some rock details. I wanted to make sure that was accurate with like how the islands work, and you can see I put another one of those giant circular pieces, and I put a giant piece going through the middle to make sure it all stays together. I wanted it to be stable. And then you have these doors, which are the same doors I used on Darkly's school. If you guys remember that Ninjago MOC, you can see how that opens up to the inside. And the top of it has a cool look to it. You can see the red roofing I used. And then basically you got a few details of stickers in the back, and you can take the roof off completely, just like this. And you can see what that looks like. And the inside's kind of small, doesn't really have much to it, but I'm not super available with pieces right now. I put a few sticker details on the inside of the wall just for some extra detail, and then you can see we got this right here. And it's not really accurate to the show, but I wanted to put something that Lego would, like a Lego designer would, which is the fact how like you'd spin something and it would reveal the sword. And if you guys know what the Sword of Sanctuary actually does, in the show it actually reveals your opponent's next move. So this is the placeholder for the sword, but what I did with the sword is I didn't do it on both sides, but wanted to know what you guys thought of this. I actually put a little sticker in here, which is kind of like a mirror, and it reflects it just like the show does. And you can see I put a little clear piece right here, but it reflects and shows you your opponent's next move. And I thought that was a really cool feature and like little add-in to the set. So I thought that was really cool. This is actually one of the more successful MOCs I've had recently for Ninjago. If you guys remember that really lousy Ninjago boat that I made, that wasn't really a good set. But I think this one was pretty successful, and I really like to build this one. So let's move on to the conclusion of the video. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this Ninjago MOC. I definitely enjoyed building this one. I thought it was a pretty fun one to make. Not the best MOC, it's probably one of my worst build-wise, but I think the boat model on the set is the best overall, accurate to the show. And I like how I really wanted to add a sort of sanctuary part to the set. This building was originally going to be like that place where the beast lives, where they fight the ninja, but I really couldn't think of a good design for the beast. And let me know in the comments below. I might do some how to builds for some of these, because I really think people would like to know how to build a lot of these MOCs. For some reason, people really like the style that I build in, and it's just always worked for me. I've always just built a certain way, and it's always worked for me in my designs in the end. It takes me a few hours to build these. This one took me probably like 2 to 3 hours to build. It takes a lot of time and energy, but I will try and make as many as possible for you guys. And it also will take longer if I can't really think of any designs, because that happens a lot where the design is kind of forced, kind of like the building right here. But tell me what you guys think of it down in the comments below. I thought it was a pretty good one to start off the ghost, because I do have another ghost set coming, which I've been working on with my brother. My brother actually designed pretty much almost the whole thing, and it looks really good so far. You guys are going to be impressed with how good Valor has been building lately. So we're going to get... so tell me what you think below, and I'm glad to finally be making MOCs again, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So make sure to rate, comment, subscribe.